Hello, my dear viewers. I hope you're all keeping well. I've been very well so far, but I've come here today for an unusual video, as you probably guessed by the title. Some of you already know, I'm writing a book, or a story at least. I'm going to read you an extract of that story. I'm going to read the prologue I've written. I've written about 18 pages of the story so far. The prologue's about a page long. Now, I'm doing this to see if people would like the story, to see if they would like the idea I came up with, to see if this prologue I've written can intrigue an audience. Now, sorry, just a little nervous. I didn't want to screw up. Now, I haven't published this online, or I'm not even going to say the name just yet. I'd rather wait for the reaction from people to get criticism, constructive criticism first. As I said to my earlier statement, I haven't uploaded this to Wattpad or something. I'm not doing that yet. I don't know if I will be doing that, even if this is well received, because I don't even know how to use Wattpad. But I'm just going to test the waters for the story. Now, I shall begin. Prologue. My heart is pounding, thought an elderly gentleman in the study, sitting by his wood and copper desk, writing a letter. His face turned grim. I suppose my heart won't be beating for very long. He finished writing his letter and sealed it in an envelope. He placed the envelope in a metallic tube and sealed it off. As he got up from his chair, he took a look around his office for what he imagined would be the last time. His grandfather clock stood next to his doctorate and other accolades on the shelf. A proud smile adorned his face. His eyes gazed at his walls of bookcases and noticed there was no room for any more books. Then looked at the floor at the pile where he had to place all his other books. I did always complain that my bookshelves were never big enough. Noticing two ivory pillars by the doorway and a chandelier, he was reminded that he had installed electric lighting in his school, and he was proud of himself for making the investment. His attention was drawn to a shelf filled with copper busts, and he looked at his idols immortalized in copper. He had a sudden thought. If my idols could see what I have done with my life, would they be amazed at what I have accomplished? You did have a good life while it lasted, didn't you, Fenton? He thought rhetorically to himself. I wish I could just die peacefully here instead. Tears formed in his eyes. I don't know if I'm ready or not. He wiped away the liquid coming from his eyes. I need to stay focused. I can cry and sob later. The elderly gentleman felt despair and hopelessness, but he repressed his character emotions and focused on the job that needed to be done. He walked over to the left side of his desk with a capsule. This concealed a little door with a bronze tube. While he opened it up carefully, he placed his capsule inside the tube and closed it off. He pressed the panel of buttons next to the tube, and the capsule went flying out of his office and around the building, falling into a glass holding tubes filled with similar capsules. Beneath the holding tubes were a bag full of letters. The capsule opened up at the bottom, letting the letters fall out to its intended destination. The elderly gentleman stood in front of the office window, which sat behind his desk. He didn't hear his door opening as he stared at the lush green garden with hedge statues under the night sky. Thoughts about how magnificent and beautiful the stars kept popping up in his head. Incredible sadness and loneliness grew over him the longer he looked at them. The tears started falling down his face again. I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Suddenly he felt a horrible sensation at the back of his head. Someone hit his head with a large object. He lay on the floor motionless for a few moments. His attacker, thinking they had finished the job, quickly left the office. The elderly gentleman let out a grunting sound. I realized how little time he had left. I need to save him. He reached his finger out for his blood, dripping from his head. I wrote something on the floor. He wrote a word, a name. The name was Stanley. That is the end of my prologue. Now, any kind of constructive criticism would be appreciated, please. And if you're wondering who Stanley is, well, he will be revealed later on, if you're interested, of course. Now, That's all I have to say on the matter. I hope you all have a pleasant day. I hope everything goes well for you all. I hope you're all keeping well, happy, and safe wherever and whenever you are. Now, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, please. It would be greatly appreciated. Of course, you don't have to do those things, but it would help the channel if you did, please. Thank you very much. Auf Wiedersehen.